Imagine receiving a letter calling you to a dark town, one with monsters and hidden secrets kept far from the norm of society, where smoke rolls through the empty streets and the sounds of screeches and murmurs are your only company. Guards patrol and the town is in lockdown. You'll have to creep through the shadows and fight against the denizens to accomplish the task at hand. This is Gloomwood. Gloomwood's atmosphere is top-notch. From the very beginning, where you're riding the elevator up to society, from the sheer ambience as you creep through the streets with wind rustling, the footsteps of guards patrolling, and even the water sloshing as something looks further below. I went into this not knowing what to expect, but found myself very paranoid of the sounds that played through my headset. They had me constantly looking around corners and making sure that I wasn't leaving anything unchecked. When the guards walk, you can hear them shuffling around, just minding their own business. But when they become alerted, the music changes to something far more eerie. Not only that, but if the guards need to check through an area, they'll try to open doors and even unlock them in their pursuit for the disturbance. This blew me away because you can watch the door handle jiggle as they try it, but when it does inevitably open, you're holding your breath hoping they don't see you. But in the case that they do spot you, you'll have to defend yourself. Gloomwood offers up 3 weapons in the demo. You'll have your sword cane that you retrieve off a dead body, a revolver, and a shotgun. The cane is your silent approach to takedowns, no non-lethal here. You can attack normally with it, but you can also charge up a strike, and if performed while unseen, it's an insta-kill. But, in case you're spotted, there's a block feature to put the enemies off balance. But once you get tired of blocking and sneaking away, you can try and use firearms hidden throughout the level. The revolver is reliable and can put down enemies with a couple well-placed shots, but the shotgun, if you find it, can put enemies down in one shot on normal difficulty. While you're sneaking through the shadows of Gloomwood, you'll come across gold coins used for opening a hidden door underneath the cistern. Ammo for weapons, health files, and notes left behind will fill the rest of the void. You'll stash all of this into your sack, and at any time you can rummage through your inventory to check up on supplies. However, instead of cluttering the UI, like keeping an ammo count or journal entries, the game has a feature where to check the amount of ammo in a weapon, you hold down the reload key and it opens the chamber showing the amount of ammo in the weapon. And if you forget where you gotta go, pull up those notes you found to refresh your memory. However, when booting up the demo, I'd recommend playing on the highest difficulty, because easy and normal really undercut the suspense of having to skirt around enemies with low health, and I feel to really appreciate what the game is going for, this is the difficulty that should be recommended. The main focus of Gloomwood is for you to open a magic barrier locked with 2 special crests, much like what you would do in an early Resident Evil game, but instead of guns blazing, you're encouraged to sneak and find your way through hidden alleys and sewer systems, and navigating through Gloomwood can get pretty crazy pretty quick. If you're reading through the notes left behind, you'll find out that the town is a monster problem, and so in an effort to get that town under some sort of order, they've barricaded most areas with guards patrolling the others. So while you creep through the shadows, you'll find guard stations with levers to flip opening other parts of the town. The gameplay devo is split into 2 major areas. You'll have the upside of town, which is desolate and empty with guards eager to put down any disturbance, and the barricaded waterways. But the town itself still resembles some sort of livable environment. However, houses are boarded up, and if you break in through glass or a small hidden crevice, you'll get the sense that whatever horror befell this town happened swift and suddenly, turning any survivors into guards to quell the tide, or grim reminders of what can and will happen if you're not careful. But as you start to open pathways and venture deeper into town, you'll realize that the true horrors lie beneath. As you descend into Gloomwood's waterways, guard activity is higher, with higher firepower, as a warning to all those who venture to the sewers. You can sneak through bodies of water and avoid most of the guards, and here is your first glimpse of the creatures beneath Gloomwood. The Crowmen. They lurk below, and this is where the game takes a drastic turn. Instead of creeping through well-lit areas and being able to see your adversaries, now you must creep through near total darkness. You're given a lamp at the beginning of the sewer, and using it does completely illuminate the surrounding area, but also completely illuminates you. So now, not only are you encouraged to keep the light off to remain hidden, but the crowmen being almost completely black blend in far too well. How much light can you afford to shine? The sewer system is haunting. Wherever you creep through the water, the splashing will echo off the walls, but when another set of steps can be heard beside yourself, it creates this level of paranoia only found in horror titles. Especially when you can see the crowmen round the corner and all you can do is hide and hope they don't spot you. And to make matters worse, to get the second crest you'll have to plunge into total darkness with a group of crowmen patrolling. But if you do manage to sneak past them, there's an elevator that you can take back up to the surface. Just make sure you check your surroundings first. Gloomwood has me excited to see the finished product, but if I could change anything, some dialogue from the main character or even the guards talking about the events of the town would be nice. I don't mind having to read through notes to piece history and major events together, but hearing main characters talk throughout levels would add some much needed depth. All in all, if you enjoy games with heavy atmosphere and the ability to roam around and explore completely, this is worth your time.
Inside at last, are you?